Now this is the most important part of this series, where we are going to use the dynamic content and using the default block and loop builder as well. So in these sections we have to create a custom post types, where we'll be using the loop builder to display these items at the front end and display the image and content dynamically here. So let's navigate to our dashboard and hover over the plugins, click add new and type here ACF. Click install now and click activate. So we have activated the ACF plugin. So the full meaning of this plugin is advanced custom field created by WP Engine. And now hover over the ACF and click post types and click add new. Then type here, the plural name should be here, projects, and hit tab from the keyboard and type here project, and the post type key name should be display automatically. And I'm not going to use the taxonomy as of now, and keep all the parts similar, look like this. And there is some little changes that we're gonna explore in a later, where we are going to, when we are going to create a archive page, basically an archive page for projects. So there is something else that I'd like to share in the advanced settings and hierarchical. So click save changes. Now if I go to the all projects, there is no projects here. If I click add new projects, you can see by default there is a title and the featured image and content area. So for our projects, this is enough. So we have featured image, we have title, we have a content and a read more button. But this is the excerpt, so we can display the content as excerpt. That's fine. There is no need to worry about that. Now let's add some projects and test projects basically. Let's copy the text from here, paste here, and let's open lip sum. So we have to add 4 projects, which is the dummy projects here. Then we're gonna style our front part. And you can add any kind of styles here. It will be displaying as a project page. And from projects, set featured image. And the featured image would be these images. Let's export and let's make this image a little bit bigger. Let's make it 4x bigger. Click and make sure you have selected the JPG version for this image. And let's see how much bigger it's enough, I would say. Let's select here the projects and upload the image here. I'm not going to rename the image file as of now. As I said here, this is a test projects, but make sure you have renamed the file, which is very important for client projects and alternative text as well. So we have published our first projects here. Click publish, and you can share your case studies here inside this editor. You can write whatever you want. And now click banking app, copy the text, add new project, and then export the image here. Export, make sure it's 4 and JPG. So we have successfully added all the projects here. If I go to the dashboard and go to the projects, you can see all the projects, 4 projects we have added successfully here. Now if you want, you can change the project icon by navigating to ACF and post types. Click on projects and go to advanced. So you can see here there is a label and visibility. So from the visibility you can change the icon. Let's say for projects you'd like to add projects or portfolio. If see, let's use this one, and you'll be able to see that icon has been changed as a file icon. Now if I go to the projects and open a view page, it will looks like this. It will display as a post page, but we can change this easily, and we'll do it later step by step on this series tutorial. We will create a fully custom single page for projects and single custom page for post as well. Now let's create our project sections. So this is our project sections, and take a look at this design and understand how they created. So first I'd like to take a group and then 2 columns, and then there will be loop builder. Here is our editor, and add new after, take group and make it wide width, and also add column here. There should be 2 columns, make it also wide width, and on the left side add heading 2, add the text, and the right side add paragraph content. And under this group area, let's make the group full width, because we want full width background, deep blue color, and make the text white. So instead making this text white, you can select the group and go to the styles and change the text color here, and it will apply every single text inside this group area. And also add some padding at the top and bottom. Let's make it 100 pixel, or 130 would be perfect. I think it's 20. And now under these sections, add after, and take a look at the design. So we can take here grid. It will look much better in this scenario, but the grid we should have used inside the loop builder. So let's see if we can use that, or we have to use a row. So let's select loop builder here first, which is a query loop, and start a blank and select image, date and title. Inside the loop builder, when I select, I'd like to make it full width, and then when I select post template, I could make it grid view here, and after that I could also make it 2 columns grid. And I do not want to use the pagination here, and the search results we can make it no projects found. So when there is no projects, it will be displaying no projects found. But by default the loop builder is displaying our post, but we have to select the loop builder again and select the projects from here, and it will be displaying the projects here. Now we do not want to display the date, and we would like to display the title, excerpt. Let's add excerpt and read more. So if you just take a look at here, it's a read more button here. So we can add a separate read more called case study, and as of now we can show the new line. We can disable this read more and hit enter. Okay, sorry, not enter, it will not gonna work. I have to add after and add read more here, and type here case study, select, and also make underline here. Now you can see if I just saved and view this page, it looks like this, right? So let's make it similar to our design. It's very easy. I hope you got some idea now, because we have already created similar sections at the top. And first of all, I'd like to reduce the number of excerpt text. And now reload here. It looks better now. And for this heading, I don't know what they're using here. It's 32. That means we have selected the 32 from here. If you take a look at here, it's heading 4. And we're gonna change it to ACE4, which is displaying 32. Now let's make it a quick changes here. Let's make them as a group and select the image and take display below, and then make them a row and change the width of the image here as well from settings and the featured image. So we could also make the image link to the excerpt or the single item, and also the title should be linkable or clickable, and the image is displaying a wider, which I do not expect it here. So we can make a width, let's say 200 pixel, and let's see if it's 200 pixel. It's 246 pixel and 147 pixel. So let's make it 246 and height 170 pixel, and it should be fill so that it display perfectly. And now you can see the group looks a little bit different because of this alignment. Let's make it justify left, and then you can see it's displaying inside a row. There is a group and there is an image, and inside this row what we can do, we can make this background color white and then text color black. After that, let's make some padding here. Let's make it first 20 top bottom, and on the left hand side 25, and see how it looks like. Reload this page, and as you can see, it looks almost similar, and we have to play around to make it similar, 100% similar, if we really want to make it 100% similar, right? So first of all, we have to reduce this number of excerpt from here, and also make sure the image width is working perfectly. Let's make it. Let's reduce the number of excerpt to 16 and see. Okay, still it's not decreasing the excerpt. Let's make it 10 word and reload. Yes, it's decreasing. And now decrease the value or space between this Wally website and also the font size, which is 16 pixel. Let's select the font size. We have already selected the excerpt from here, and go to the typography, make it 16 pixel, and select the group again. Reduce this gap between the items by navigating to the block spacing. Let's make it 10 pixel, which is, it looks perfect here. And when I select row, there is group and image, and when I select row, make sure you have selected the space between. And for these images, let's make it fixed width, and I was wondering why the width is not working as expected. It should work 246 pixel width. I believe it should work now. And also at the same time, I'd like to add aspect ratio, width, height, fill. Let's make it cover and reload, and now reload this page. So as you can see, the image looks better, but not the exact size here. It's displaying here 170 or 185, but the original size is. So let's make it 2 column here. Why we are making it so complicated? Let's remove all the height. Let's make it 2 column, makes life easier. Remove the row here. Well, so it's very easy. Let's go to the, let's make it column here, and drag this group inside the column, and drag this image the second column. That's it. Maybe you might get confused here, but just a little bit pause the video or slow down the speed. If I'm talking very fast, then you can slow down, or if I'm talking very slow, then you can speed up the video durations. But I'm trying to explain what is best for you. Now select the group column here, and inside the column we have added the image and the content. Now it looks better. There is no weed, right? And the image is displaying original aspect ratio here. So it should display perfect now. But when I select column, let's make it middle. And also we have to add a padding here. That's very important. So normally when you select column, you cannot add. Okay, so I think there's options they have added in the latest versions. Let's make or add a background color white, and the text color should be black, and there is already padding here. Let's click save changes and reload. So it looks perfect, much better, but it has some issues here. So why there is a spacing? Let's investigate. The column has some margin here, and these are the margin that is added by default inside the column. Let's select the column here and go to the style step and reduce the margin to make it 0, and try to understand the space between these items, 30 and all over the 30 pixel. Let's make it 30 pixel spacing between the items here. So when I select a column, let's go to the block spacing. Sorry, why I'm pressing here, block spacing reduce 0, and select the post template and add the block spacing here, 30 pixel. Now it looks much better. Reload. So as you can see, it looks perfect now. If we click case study, it will take us to the single page, our case study page. And if I click on image or text or title, it will take me the same single project page. And also take a look at the URL. It's displaying as project and then your project title. Now go back to the home, scroll down, and you can see here is our project sections. And now if you just compare the design, there is a spacing issues that you could add here to improve or make it similar. There is 70 pixel, and also this text is some break, has some break. Let's make it some break here. And also this text should be displaying at the center. And now below this columns area, add some spacing, which is padding, and it should be 70 pixel. Perfect. So we have completed our case studies. There is a button called all projects. Copy and add a button here below the loop builder. Change the background color to white color, text to black, and make this button center. Add some spacing at the top, because if you take a look at here, there is around 80 pixel space at the top of this button area. So we can add something like small or regular, which is around 40 pixel. Sometimes you have to add a spacing based on your experience, based on how it looks like on real browser. If the designer is new, then sometimes it will not gonna reflect how it looks like on real browser. If they do have higher experience, then it should display perfectly. The design that we collected here from a website, so right now it's not our in-house designers, and that's why there is nothing more we can do here, and we have selected the design for this tutorial only.